Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope all of you guys are doing well. So, I just finished watching True Lies, and I figured I would do a review for you guys. So, it was great revisiting this movie. And first and foremost, I absolutely love this movie. It has a great blend of action and comedy, and I think the chemistry between everybody works really, really well. So Arnold plays Harry. What is it? Harry. I want to say it's like Task, something like that. It doesn't say on the back, but I know he plays Harry, uh, Task or Tesk or something like that. I apologize if I'm already messing up, but basically Harry is a spy. He's been a spy for the past 17 years or so, and he has kept this secret from his wife, Helen, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and his daughter, who is played by a very young Eliza Dushku. I did not know that was her. It's great revisiting a lot of these older movies because you do start to see people that you've seen in your favorite show or movie, and then you find out they've been in stuff way earlier in their career, and it's always fun to revisit an older film and find out things you didn't realize, especially with Eliza Dushku. I only remember her from Buffy. That's kind of how I got introduced to her. And, after Buffy ended, and, she did Bring It On and movies like that. So, after a while, I started knowing who exactly she was and been a fan of hers, but not realizing she's been in things a lot earlier. And this is one of them. So it was really cool to see her in this. You also have Tom Arnold, who is Harry's friend and partner. Tom Arnold is there for the comedic tone, and he's fantastic. Him and Arnold, their chemistry together, I thought worked really well. I do wish they would have done more films. But it is what it is, and Arnold's chemistry between or the chemistry with him and Jamie Lee Curtis is what I'm trying to say, worked really well. That's the one thing I love about actors that can really make things interesting is if the chemistry between the two is there. There are some films I've seen where the chemistry is not there and it doesn't become all that great. Where this, I think it blends really, really well. So yeah, you got Tom Arnold doing his little comedic, he's more the comedic route of the film, the comedic character, whatever you want to call him. You got Bill Paxton, the late great Bill Paxton, who's fantastic in this. He has like his little way of picking up women, and just the scenes that we get with him are pretty hilarious. So the story, he's got to stop this terrorist organization. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying it right. So yeah, he has to stop this organization from succeeding at what they're trying to do, and he's kept his wife in the dark for with this, and she gets kind of tagged into this whole mess, and yeah, things start to kind of go from there. The fact that this movie's 30 years old just blows my mind because I thought this movie came out in the late 90s. I thought this was like a 96, maybe even 98 film, but no, it came out in 94. So it hit its 30th anniversary last year, so I thought that was really interesting. Um, the cast, like I stated, I really enjoyed. There is another recognizable face in this. It is Tia Career. I'm not sure how you say her last name. I'm sure I'm butchering it. She was in Wayne's World. She's in Jury Duty with Polly Shore. She has aged like fine wine. I think a couple years ago she did a Hallmark Christmas film, and she still looks the same. She is still as gorgeous as she was when she was big in the '90s. Jamie Lee Curtis is another one who has aged like fine wine. Of course, we all know the I wouldn't say lingerie, but we all know the dance scene in the hotel room. Really iconic. Jamie Lee Curtis is one of my favorite actresses. I've always been a fan of her, and not only her films, but she does, children's books, and she's actually inspired me to want to do a children's book. She is the GOAT, the greatest of all time for sure. And she's fantastic in this. I really wish, and I will state this, so there, of course, there are going to be spoilers. Probably should have mentioned that to some extent. I wish they would have done a sequel to this with these two. They at the end of the film, as you guys know, they she works with them now, and I feel like we could have gotten a potential sequel with the two. I think it would have been great and have everybody return, but unfortunately we did not, and that's okay. I'm completely fine with that. But I think it would have been really cool, if they had done a sequel maybe 2 years after this film. Now, the quality on this, the sound quality is fantastic. I thought it sounded really, really well. Now, of course, if you have a setup, and you have your sound bar and your speakers, your surround sound's gonna sound amazing on this. I thought it, just on my TV alone, I thought it sounded great, but I'm sure you're gonna get a better experience with a surround sound system. Excuse me. Not only that, but you also, no, let me rephrase that. Let me rewind a little bit. The picture quality. I thought the picture quality was great. I didn't really see any of the issues that a lot of people had with some of these 4K titles that James Cameron had redone. I know there was talks about the Aliens 4K and the Abyss and things like that, but I thought this looked really good. You can definitely see the detail on a lot of a lot of things, ranging from like somebody's shirt to somebody's 5 o'clock shadow. I mean, there's some really great detail. And then the scenery, because you do get a lot of like scenes that take place at night and during the day, and I think this looked really, really good in those scenes. Really no grain. A lot of people, I think, said it seemed too polished. I didn't think it did. I think it looked really, really good and a lot better than I was expecting. So for this movie to finally get a 4K and a Blu-ray, because it does include the Blu-ray, is just absolutely amazing. For those who, I do want to state this. So for any of you out there who may not have a 4K, that is okay. If you don't want to upgrade to 4K, you don't have a 4K player is what I was trying to say, that's fine. A lot of these 4K titles come with Blu-rays. So what I suggest for anybody out there is that if there is a film that the only way you can get the Blu-ray is by purchasing the 4K release, do it, because you will be able to get the film on Blu-ray. Now, not every film is going to be like that, so make sure you keep an eye out on what movie is going to have a Blu-ray copy. This skipped Blu-ray altogether and went straight to 4K. This was one of those movies everybody wanted so bad, excuse me, that a lot of people went online and bought homebrew releases. For those who are new to the channel, homebrew is a better term for bootleg. A lot of people bought those True Lies, homebrew copies so they could have the film in some capacity on HD, but never really got an official release. I don't even know if it got an official release on Blu-ray overseas. It might have, but here in the States it didn't. It skipped it in its entirety and finally came to 4K. But I guess you kind of can say it didn't skip Blu-ray because it does include a Blu-ray, but the only way to get that Blu-ray is through the 4K. So for anybody, if you don't want to upgrade, that is completely fine, but I highly recommend if there's a movie that does not have an official single release on Blu-ray and the only way you can get the Blu-ray is through the 4K, just do it. That way you still have the movie on Blu-ray and you'll be able to enjoy the film. But I really enjoyed it. It was a long time since I've seen this, so yeah, highly recommend this 4K. Just a fun movie. I've always been a fan of like spy type movies, and which is weird because I have yet to see any of the James Bond films. Yes, I know. Once things start to get better with eBay and I get eventually monetized, I do want to eventually do that. There's a lot of franchises that I'm waiting to do reviews on until I can add them into my collection. That's ranging from Sliders, Highlander, man, what else is there? I do want to pick up all the other James Cameron films because I want to do some director spotlights. So there's a lot of Steven Spielberg films I want to pick up. I mean, there's just so many that I need to get. Marvel, I need to finish my DC so I can start doing those reviews. So yeah, there's a lot. So I'm hoping that eBay picks up, and then when I do get monetized, things will, I'll start to add more and revisit a lot of the films and, start pushing out the reviews. So yeah, I will state, now, if really the experience is going to come down to what type of TV you have and what type of surround system you have, because that's what's going to give you the best experience you can get from this 4K. I'm just giving you guys what my experience was for at least what I have in the way of my TV. So just take that with a grain of salt. Everybody's going to have their different opinion, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys what my opinion was on the quality of this. So yeah, I think it was worth it. Glad I got it for Christmas. So last year. So yeah, I wish I could say more about True Lies, but I'm sure by now everyone has seen it. I'm sure everyone has reviewed this 4K in some capacity. So with a lot of, I will state this, so with a lot of movie reviews that I have yet to actually review the film, I'm gonna put the format review and the movie review together like I did with True Lies. There are films I did do reviews on, and then I did separate videos to do 4K, do the format review. So you still will get those, but I think trying to move forward, it'll be more on giving you guys both the best the best of both worlds. Man, I'm getting a little dyslexic there. I apologize. So yeah, wish I could say more like I stated. I'm sure by now everyone has seen it, as I stated, and don't want to ramble too long. But if you guys have seen this movie, I hate when things don't go so well. I'm not redoing this video. We're keeping it authentic. If you guys have seen the movie, let me know what your thoughts are down in the description below. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. If you enjoyed my review and my thoughts on the film, then give it a thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. I do unboxings, collection updates, movie reviews, format reviews, and so much more. So if that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button. If you guys would like to check out my eBay store, The Things We Love the link to that will be down in the description below. And not only that, I do have a link to Whatnot. Yeah, I ended up signing through Whatnot last night, maybe like early this morning at midnight before I went to bed, and I do have an unboxing coming once those items come in. Found some pretty great titles from a seller, so if you guys click the link, and you sign up, you'll get, I believe a $10 credit, so you can use that $10 credit on whatever you want. You do gotta pay tax and shipping, which isn't bad, because if you find something for 10 bucks and you pay that shipping, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And the great thing I like about it too is, and this is something I really noticed when I had purchased 3 Blu-rays from the same seller. After I paid the shipping price, the full price for the one title, and I bought 2 more from him because I couldn't bulk it for some reason, I only paid like 48 cents for one of the titles for the shipping, and like 9 or 6 cents for the other one. So it kind of adds up. I would probably pay the same. So yeah, excuse me, I had some coffee, so it wants to bother me while I'm trying to do this video. So yeah, go ahead and click that link, sign up, and you guys will get a $10 credit for whatnot. So those 2 links will be there, and I actually signed up from that link through what is his name? Reject Films. Wow, I'm not prepared at all. Reject Films is a great YouTuber. He does a lot of horror content. I've been subscribed to him for quite a while, so if you guys would like to check out his channel, I'll put the link down to the link to his channel down in the description below. You guys can go check it out and go subscribe to him. But I'm Film Talk with Mikey, and until next time, guys, we'll talk films. You guys have a good one. Take care, and I will see you guys next time.